I wish I could have gone with them. To fight.
My men have scouted the tower. It's a mess, but the abominations are gone. You are very thorough. I'm impressed.
Alright, let's see here. We just finished the mage quest. I'm just talking, finish up some of the discussions here before heading out. I am quite impressive, yes. No,
I shan't keep you.
Too serious for
Farewell.
that. Alright.
I shan't keep.
Gregor.
I wish I could have gone
Cullen.
with them. To fight.
Quarry
You
Master.
really killed all those abominations? I didn't think it was possible. I thought we'd all die here. I'm sure you need supplies after that, don't you?
Yes, let's trade. Alright. The Blight. Let's head to camp
As you say.
and prepare.
The Blight. How will you end it?
Oh! Stan caught me off guard. We have to fight the Archdemon.
Is that all? It is surrounded by an ocean of darkspawn. How will you reach it? If you reach it, how will you slay it? You say you are a Grey Warden. I have heard stories of this order.
What have you heard?
Great strategists and peerless warriors. That is what we hear of the Wardens. So far, I am not impressed.
I'm not here to impress you. Well, it could be either a bit modest, as I'm new.
Evidently not. It remains only to see what you are here for.
Oh, but he got approval already for it, at least. So it's something. An emissary.
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
Will they work together?
The sincerity of your cause has drawn them together under a common banner. It would not have happened otherwise.
Okay, he's there. Oh, wind.
Oh, it's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
Are you alright?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
No, you're a person. You're very sprightly for your age, though.
Thank you. You're very kind to say so. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me.
What do you think her age
For
is?
such a long time.
50?
But there's always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
You're not allowed to be done quite yet.
Oh, no. I'm not the sort of person that leaves things unfinished. I'll see this through, I promise.
No, got some approval there. Liliana,
Yes,
like to
well.
talk.
here I am.
You have travels to share?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Any stories from Orlais?
Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my favorite tale of Aveline, the Knight of Orlais. A long time ago, a girl child was born to a farmer. He had hoped for a son, not a daughter, and so he told his wife to abandon the child in the woods. Before the cold could claim her, the baby was found by a tribe of Dalish elves who took pity on the poor mewling thing and raised her as their own. Aveline, for that is what they called her, grew strong and quick and clever under the guidance of the elves. She learned to wield the sword as well as any man, could kill a deer with an arrow at 100 paces, and was as graceful on the back of a horse as she was on foot.
Okay.
Aveline's Dalish guardians saw that she could easily best any Orlesian chevalier
Why do I
in
know
battle,
this name?
and wanted
Aveline.
to show the cruel humans the child they had left to die. They bestowed upon her a fine horse and armor, and sent her to prove herself to her people in the Grand Tourney. Now in those days, no woman was allowed to take up arms, let alone compete in the Grand Tourney, but Aveline kept her helmet on and was not discovered.
Okay.
Aveline won many events and gained the approval of the adoring crowd. Eventually, she came face to face with the knight Kaleva in the Grand Melee. Aveline had already bested him in the joust, and Kaleva was determined not to lose a second time. Out of desperation to regain his honor, Kaleva tripped Aveline and tossed her to the ground, ripping off her helmet as he did so. Silence fell upon the arena as Aveline was revealed.
Yeah.
Kaleva declared the previous competitions invalid. A woman had taken part, and this was not allowed. But the crowd cheered for Aveline. Kaleva was furious, for he had lost to a woman and was now being shamed.
Yeah.
Blinded by his rage, he forced Aveline to her knees. "Know your place, woman," cried he, and slit her
No,
throat.
she died. Yeah, I was hoping for a happy ending.
The son of the king, Prince Freyan, was present. He recognized Aveline's skill and bravery and began to see the injustice done to the women in his land. When he was made king, he rewrote the laws of Orlais so that women could also become chevalier. He honored Aveline and knighted her after her death. And to this day, any female who is knighted reveres Aveline the Brave, for she is the patron of all women chevalier.
Oh god. Tell me about the Darkspawn.
Chantry law says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it
Yeah,
forever.
this is the
The
canon.
Maker
This is the
cursed
main
them
theme of
and cast them
the
from
old
his
Dragon
sight.
Age lore.
Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
Do you know any Ferelden legends?
I know one, told to me by my mother a long time ago. It always chilled me to the bone. Maybe you have heard of Flemeth?
Flemeth? Morgan's mother was called Flemeth. I met Flemeth. Assume that she's the same Flemeth, right?
Are you sure? Was she the Flemeth of legend? Flemeth, the devourer of men? Flemeth, mother of witches? Flemeth, demon-touched, who dwells in the mists?
She didn't really introduce herself as such. She looked like your average old woman.
Well, if Flemeth really exists, she would be very, very old indeed. Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of Flemeth. They say that if you're bad, Flemeth will spirit you away and bind you to her forever. They also say that Flemeth mourns her lost beauty and will steal yours through your looking glass if she catches you.
Tell me the whole story.
Flemeth's beauty was known throughout the land. She had hair like unto a moonless night, skin as pale as winter's first snow, and eyes as beautiful and perilous as the sea. When she came of age, she came to the attention of the Lord of Highever, Conobar, and he took her for his wife. Conobar soon learned that his young bride had the gift of magic. He kept this a secret, for he feared that she would be taken from him. Flemeth stayed with Conobar for some years, and with his blessing, she practiced her art. And then one day, a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice, and he by her beauty, and they fell in love.
Okay. Oh, the plot thickens. Oh, yeah, it sure does.
Flemeth longed to be with her true love, and she and Osen fled from Conobar's lands, seeking refuge in the Kokari wilds with the Chasing tribes. They lived there happily for many a year, till the day Flemeth received news that Conobar was dying and longed to see her face one last time. Flemeth's heart swelled with pity for the man who once was her husband, and begged Osen to return to Conobar's side with her. But when Flemeth and Osen entered Highever, they were captured by Conobar's men, and Osen was slain in front of Flemeth's eyes. Flemeth was imprisoned in the highest tower of the castle, there to await Conobar's judgment on her.
Yeah.
Distraught at the loss of her love, Flemeth plotted revenge against her husband. She summoned a fey demon, intending for it to wreak vengeance on Conobar. But a spell went awry. The demon possessed Flemeth. Turning her into an abomination, the halls of the castle ran red with blood as Flemeth slaughtered Conobar and all his men. The last of Flemeth's humanity melted away, and at dawn, she stole back to the wilds to plot and scheme for 100 years. They say she took to her side many Chasing men, and with their help, begat her daughter witches, who even now prowl the dark places of the Kokari wilds.
Oh.
Which one?
You know anything about the Dalish?
I have heard a little about how the elves gained their freedom from the Tevinter Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march against the Imperium, the elves joined her cause to fight their masters. The great elven leader, Shatan, born in captivity, rose up to lead his people. He foresaw a future where the elves were free. Shatan was killed when Andraste was betrayed, but the elves continued to fight, eventually breaking free of the Imperium. The elves claimed the Dales in the south and settled there in a land of their own.
Liliana really have good stories. Her voice is also good to just listen to.
The elves lived in the Dales for centuries. They resurrected the worship of the elven gods and would allow the building of no chantry. This angered the chantry, and the hostility between the two factions finally broke out in open war. The chantry says the elves struck first, but I do not know whether to believe it. The chantry declared a wholly exalted march against the elves, named for Andraste's similar march against Tevinter. During the exalted march of the Dales, the elven cities were sacked, and the elven state completely dissolved. Some of the elves bitterly accepted their fates and surrendered to human rule, living in the human cities as second-class citizens.
Yeah.
But others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the humans, and instead became homeless wanderers. They were the elves of the Dales, the Dalish. Andraste was the Maker's chosen. The Maker had long since abandoned the world when the sound of her singing turned his ear. Beauty, grace, and wisdom enraptured him, and he offered to take her from this flawed world to become his divine bride. But Andraste had an earthly husband and would not forsake him.
Yeah.
Instead, she beseeched the Maker to return to his people once more. So earnest was her plea that the Maker was moved, and promised that he would create a paradise on earth if all abandoned their false gods and turned once more to him. And this is why Andraste began her exalted march on the idolaters of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker granted her his powers with which to smite her enemies. Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her victories converted many to the worship of the Maker.
How did Andraste die?
Alas, it was the frailties of men that betrayed and killed Andraste. Her earthly husband, Maferath, a chieftain of the Alamari tribes himself, grew jealous as his wife's popularity and influence overshadowed his own. She was also revered as the Maker's betrothed, and Maferath began to see their own bond waning in significance as Andraste became ever more devoted to the Maker. Out of envy and spite, Maferath made a pact with the Archon Hyserian of Tevinter, allowing his beloved Andraste to be ambushed and captured. Andraste was burned at the stake in Minrathos, the capital of Tevinter.
Ooh. But Tevinter has a chantry, doesn't it?
The Tevinter chantry claims that in Andraste's last moments, Hyserian's heart softened, and he heard the voice of the Maker telling him to end her suffering. He plunged his sword into her heart, and as her blood washed over his hands, he became one of the faithful. Dissenters said that the Archon only converted because he could not stem the tide of Andraste's cult, and was forced to do so to stay in power. We will never know for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, cool stories. Do I have any gifts for her? Chantry amulet. Oh,
That's a wonderful thought.
cool.
I don't know what to say.
Small gold bar. Black Grimoire. I think that's probably for Morrigan. Let's talk to Morrigan. She's way over here. Morrigan. You're probably like this.
What? You found Flemeth's grimoire? Ever since we discovered the condition of the Mage's Tower, I had wondered if it might be recoverable, but I had yet to speak of it to you. How fortunate that you found it on your own. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
Did I find this in the Fade thingy?
Secrets. My mother has many of them, and this tome represents the one time that they were able to get away from her. I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
On your quest. Okay. Companions. Found you gave it to Moria. She's going to start studying it. Okay, okay. Stalked her.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
Did you grow up in the Kokoro Wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information.
Oh,
boy.
she's... Oh. Fine, I will leave you a bit. She's really
I
annoying.
did not ask to be left alone. I simply wondered from whence comes this strange curiosity.
It's my favorite way of annoying. We don't need to be strangers.
What a stranger does not know cannot hurt him, but have it your way. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
And you remain unnoticed, but you...
For the most part, Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Very daring, sounds like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
Ah, quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play.
Well,
the point
she's smart.
being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
It's not human society you're in for, Elden. Touching like a handshake?
To begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand? I find it an offensive intrusion. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes, how to eat at a table, how to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Yet here you are.
Yes, here I am. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes? What do you wish of me?
Anything more to say? Something personal?
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Never mind. Why are you still here? That's a strange question. Alistair, now yours turn.
Something on your mind?
Oh, it's the romance thing. I could romance Alistair. I think my character is doing that. He's funny, smart.
Not unless they were asking me for a favor. Well, there was that one time in Denerim, but those women were not like you.
Oh, yeah.
Is this your way of telling me you think I'm handsome?
My lips are sealed.
Oh, I get it. I'll get it out of you yet. So, is this the part where I get to say the same?
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Oh, well, I'll think about it then. Sometime soon, I'm sure.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
And with your discount. This blood dragon set is looking really cool. I wanted to give it to someone. TV and brandy, ugly boots, Orlesian mask, scented soap. I want to try to give it to Liliana.
No, that won't work.
No, I can't give it to her? For some reason?
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along.
Let me see.
I'm sure...
Alright, let's sell crap. Can already... Maybe I can... Arcane Hood. Fire damage. How about you, Morrigan? Those, it looks silly. Oh my god. Hey, Barky! Ah, Sten. Yeah, you're into heavy armor, right? Belt. Yeah, you take the belt, Alistair. Win. You can take the amulet. Is there no like a chest or something for gear I don't need? Oh, maybe this one. A communal box for resources you have collected from her. Turn in runes for the circle. Novice runes. What does this do?
Even the Templars will be impressed by the powers you will
Did
command.
not know what I was. Alright.
If there's anything I can do for you,
Let's see yours.
I'm sure you...
I wanna sell stuff now. Leather armor. Arkham. Robes, clothing. Poison making. Selling these. Oh, what the fuck is this? Did I do something? Is this a feature?
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings? I'm sure you'll be pleased.
Okay. Something is up there. That's a bug in the game. But I do have something here, right? I got the enchantment.
Enchantment?
Yes.
Enchantment!
I have no items to enchant. My staff? Can't I enchant that? No? Okay. Use. I can sell those. I need to
You
sell.
and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. I'm sure.
All this crap. Wolf pelt. I don't need that. Alright. Okay. I will level up and then we'll get going. I will do all magic this time. Staff focus. Or... Oh, I'm gonna do the cold and cold. Oh yeah, I got 2. And staff focus. Okay. Fire's there. Let's save. Let's go. Oh wait, which I'm doing first. Let's head to Redcliff actually. I want Alistair, always Liliana. Let's take Win. I think that's a good party. Redcliff. Oh, an encounter. Oh, cutscene.
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Banorn that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you.
Yeah, you believe it? I will act against you,
arranged
traitor.
for a solution. With your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards. An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
Okay. So we're getting an assassin after us.
Concentrate, like we practiced. Now, fire!
Oh, it's Darkspawn. Whoa! I'm getting up. I'm running away. I'm running away. Woo! apprentice.
Discipline and focus.
I'm taking these apprentices to Redcliff. The first enchanter says you need every able-bodied mage for the war. They're young, but capable enough, as you saw.
Yeah. Seemed very capable. Harlock Alpha. Health potions, yes. Okay, it was just a short encounter. Can I get rid of this flask thingy? No, probably not. Ah, it disappeared. No, it's back. Fuck. Alright, finally here. The Redcliff.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
Alright, I am gonna go and refill my drink. So just be right back. I'm back. Let's continue. What's on your mind?
I told you before how Al Eamon raised me, right? That my
Yeah.
mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in.
I remember.
The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
What? So you're not just a bastard, you're a royal bastard.
Ha! Yes, I guess it does at that. I should use that line more often. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it.
Duncan knew?
I didn't want you to know as long as possible.
He knew?
I'm sorry.
Does Logain know? That's a good question.
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. At any rate, that's it. That's what I had to tell you. I thought you should know about it.
You heir to the throne, then?
Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. Now, if there's an heir to be found, it's Al Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
As you command, my prince.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to regret this. Somehow I just know it.
I have to toy a little bit with him. Alright, we arrived.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
I need to see Earl Aemon.
Oh. Then you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
I heard he's sick? What do you mean?
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Yeah.
No army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Arlemon's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord.
Oh, he was
They just
at
arrived, and I
the
thought you would want to see them.
royal meeting.
Well done, Thomas.
He told
Greetings,
Logainov.
friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Yes, indeed.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Logain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Logain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
Your nephew?
I refer to Kaelin, of course. Our sister was Queen Rowan, King Merrick's wife and Kaelin's mother. Make her rest her soul.
So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
Damn. What evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead. Decomposing corpses, returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come, with greater numbers. With Kaelin dead and Logain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Logain without Arleman.
Of course we help.
Thank you. Thank you. This means
we
more
do.
to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I want to discuss the situation with you.
Of course.
You have some of our Lehman's knights here?
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
The search for the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Yeah, we met one of those knights in Lothering, right?
Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
Why are you in the chant with the villagers?
Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place. I don't mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss.
Do you need more men in here with you? Should things go amiss?
Should the monsters find their way in. I would prefer not to fight in the chantry, but if they come, then so must it be. We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers if possible.
So what happens after this battle? So, what exactly are those things?
I do not know. They seem to be walking corpses, men with rotting flesh that continue to attack even with the gravest injuries.
Undead, perhaps. Spirits possessing the bodies of the dead. We could be dealing with a mage.
What's with me in my head?
Would do such a thing.
What happens if the battle's over?
Hopefully we can find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him.
I don't seek rewards.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Oh, so things to do, right? Redcliff. Talk to Sir Perth, talk to Murdoch.
I'm scared, Mother. One of the bad men coming.
Jetta?
You're a Grey Warden, right?
We'll be all right.
Were you in Ostagar? In the Korkari Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the Chant of Light to the Chastened. But I haven't heard from them since.
Oh. Are you? Jetta?
I am. You've heard of me? I'm sorry to burden you with my mourning. May her be with you.
I want to go home. Where's Father?
Irenia.
Why can't we go
Good day.
home?
Good day.
I already told you. Father is out.
I'm so scared, Father.
Caitlin, she has a quest.
Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
Why are you crying?
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere.
How terrible, you poor thing. I wish there was something we could do to help.
And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Why would he run
He
off?
said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
Grief can make us do many things that don't make any sense, I'm afraid.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
Alright. I will look for him.
You will? Thank you so much. Please find him.
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
But night is coming. The monsters will return.
Alright. Talk to Murdoch. Town Square. Saving.
What is that smell? Fish? Something else. Oh, more fish. You know, we don't have...
Oh, it's Murdoch.
Still no sign of them coming back from the castle, Murdoch.
Tell them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Yes, sir. What should we do until then?
Pray, and hope for a miracle.
Hi, Murdoch.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I didn't think they made women Grey Wardens.
I'm a mage as well, if that makes a difference. Oh my god.
Well, now, that's just great. As if we weren't nervous enough as it was. Now we've got magic, too. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village.
providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
We will defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Why does he refuse to talk?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
I'll see what I can do.
Appreciate it. If he doesn't help, he'll die like the rest of us. What good will that do anyone then?
Oh. I'm gonna acquire... Oh, cool. Where is the smith? More here. I'm not sure. Hello.
Go away. This isn't your home.
Young man, come out this instant.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll win this. Oh, just like the...
All right. I came out. You won't hurt me. Will you? I'll go back to the chantry if you really want.
Your sister is looking for you. Oh, yeah, that's the sister, yeah.
I just didn't want to be at the chantry anymore. Everyone's scared, and I want to be brave.
How is hiding a dresser being brave? Is this your house?
Yes. It was my mother's house. She's dead now. And Caitlin said we have to move away if we survive. I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Are you sure? Maybe I can help.
You could. Alright, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was grandfather's. And grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took Mother. In the chest, in Mother's room, Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
Don't worry about it. Go back to your sister.
But Oh, alright. I guess. She'll be pretty mad at me.
Maybe it's a good sword, but...
But I'll go.
It's a family heirloom and I don't need a sword. I'm pretty badass as it is. Where is the smithy? Oh. It's not this. Smithy should be... Doesn't say here, no. Okay, that's a chantry. Oh. If I were a smith, I would set up at here.
Go away. Curse you.
Because you need
Leave
a
me
waterfall.
in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
It's Owen the blacksmith. I need to speak with you.
Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
I prefer not to speak through the door. Can I come in?
All right, all right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Maker's breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
My name is Isydia, the Grey Warden helping Ban Tegan.
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
Why have you locked yourself in the smithy?
My girl, Velena, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
I don't think that's true. I will rescue your daughter.
It'd do me the world of good to think maybe someone like you could go in and find her. Provided any of us live through the night.
They need your help.
If you look for Velena, I'll reopen the smithy and make some repairs for the militia. I can do that much.
I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either. I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
I promise you, I find her. Yeah.
We will do our best. Please believe us, friend.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least. Right then.
She could be
I have
dead.
some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose...
But I will still find her.
I'll have to find
Even
some
if
light.
she's dead, right?
Maybe at the mill. Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
All right.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bantigan the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget.
We're going to win. I still need to speak to Sir Perth.
You'll find him and his men at the mill by the bridge, to the north. I have a good feeling about tonight.
Up here. The mill is up there.
So, you're female, Liliana, right?
I am? That's news. When did that happen?
I just wanted some advice. What should I do if I think a woman is special and...
You want to woo her? Here's a good tip. You shouldn't question her about her femaleness.
All right, yes, good point.
Why'd you ask? Are you afraid things will not proceed naturally?
Why would they? Especially when I do things like ask women if they're female.
It adds to your charm, Alistair. You're a little awkward. It is endearing.
So I should be awkward. Didn't you just say not to do things like that?
Just be yourself. You do know how to do that, don't you?
All right, forget I asked.
Nah. Sir Perth.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit I do not know quite how to address you. Is my lady sufficient?
Call me Grey Warden, for that's what I am.
Grey Warden it is then, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliff. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with a Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Nope, we're here to help. Just to mention something about the urn.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
Just what was the Earl sick with?
We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. He brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Alessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Why did the Alessa believe anyone could find the urn?
The Al once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
Can no one find other knights? But the knights left the castle
Not at all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliff. I wonder if they perished there, or were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood. As you wish. We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
Anything else you need?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are. Ask me whatever you wish.
Where can I get supplies? Tell me what's happening here, Mesh. Carry on.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
Okay. I saw her, the mother, in the Chantry. Go to talk to her. What's this?
Do it.
Yes? What can I do for you? Very well.
Okay. That's gonna probably be a thing later, right? not to be too harsh on BioWare, but this game... Oh! Running into the firing line. The graphics in this game is just not that great, but its storytelling and lore is excellent.
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
Just stay
The
safe.
Maker sent you. I just know it. Thank you again.
Oh, Alistair leveled up. Cool.
Let us pray. You are a stranger amongst us, and a mage, I see. Yet you still defend our home in its darkest hour. We are grateful.
You can tell I'm a mage. Probably the staff gives us away, I think. I cannot stand by while monsters attack the helpless.
Not many in these modern days would honestly say the same. You are a woman of worth, and the Maker will smile upon you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers. Surely this cannot be the entire village. These few are all who are left? All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Sir Perth needs holy protection for the night.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
What do you mean?
Sir Perth believes that I can protect them against these creatures, a shield only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
But if they think it helps them...
I suppose their belief in the Maker's power could inspire them, but it just seems like trickery.
It does, actually.
Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
It's a little bit of trickery. Take the amulets to the knights. Okay, I will do that. Okay, not running into the fire line. Jogging, jogging, jogging.
The Knights of Redcliff are ready to fight at your disposal.
Holy protection.
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Must we do this? The faith that will protect these men must come from their heart, surely.
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
You think it would actually help?
Of course I do. These are Maker's symbols. What better protection could we ask for? I will send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last.
Carry on.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Maker watch over you.
Oh, Leliana disapproves. Aww. Well, still have a approval rating. Positive one. Prepare. Who's in charge of Amelia? Person. Okay. I guess I'm ready. Oh, not running to the arrows. Talking to Ben or the mayor? I don't know.
I hear both Murdoch and Sir Perth are ready for nightfall. Excellent news.
Yes.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Okay. Talk to the mayor, maybe? Oops.
The repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. We may just make it.
I'm ready to make my stand. Let's wait for sundown.
Are you sure? There's still time left if you need to talk with Sir Perth or do anything else.
I recognize that voice actor as well. From Mass Effect, I think.
Then good luck to you. You'll need it.
Okay, let's do it. Oh, okay. Oh, what's up with this? I can hardly damage them. Fire, lightning. Oh, there are many of them. Okay, if they keep coming one-on-one, I can deal with this. Well. Fire. Lightning. More fire. I have felt that the rest of the team made all the damage.
From the lake! They're attacking the barricades! We need help!
Knights, stay here and guard the path.
Come on, we need to hurry!
Yeah, the music's really on me. They're chasing me. Come on. I don't do any damage at all. Hardly. But my teammates are. Thankful for that. Oh, they're after me again. What the fuck? Stay away from him. Oh, he died. I need to heal. Save it. Okay. It's a clusterfuck. Lightning. Frost. More lightning. Okay, healing Liliana. That's it. Yeah, it looks like it.
Dawn arrives, and we survived the night. We are victorious. And though this victory came at great cost, we must remember none of us would be here were it not for the heroism of these good folk beside me. I thank you, dear lady.
Truly the Maker smiled on us when he sent you here in our darkest hour.
There's still much to do.
Surely these people deserve some small celebration, don't you think? There is time yet.
Let us bow our heads and give honor to those who gave their lives in defense of Redcliff.
Murdoch of Redcliff, Mayor and beloved father, we salute you.
You and so many others who have perished here, walk with he who is your maker. Long may you know the peace of his love.
Hang on. So let it be.
With the Maker's favor, the blow we delivered today is enough for me to enter the castle and seek out your Arl. Be wary and watch for signs of renewed attack. We shall return with news as soon as we are able. Now we've no time to waste. Meet me at the mill. We can talk further there.
Okay. Actually level up. First, Liliana. Something is weird because I don't get my tooltips. Survival. Trap making. Can detect presence of nearby creatures below the carousel, blah blah blah. Poison. Combat tactics. Stealing, improve stealing. I don't. Trap making. I can detect traps. Do I need that? Poison making. Combat training. Distraction. Constitution and just go for strength. Requires level 9. Man, Holy Smite. Grants bonus to damage, physical resistance, and mental resistance. Okay. Weapons and shield. Yeah, we need more strength and dexterity. Okay, we'll do bravery. As for me, since I did so little damage, I'll just go up with the magic for now. Coercion. I want to do that first, and then I can do the rest. Color cold. Yeah, let's do that. Don't want that one. Okay.